welcome back to Hunter Tuned. I'm starting this video off by shipping some injectors and kind of going over some stuff with you guys. The injectors, I just had an order for a set of 8 normal style truck injectors, so like if they're going into your LS motor or whatever. I usually flow them and I give you 2 injectors that are like 3 to 5% bigger. And I label those ones for cylinders 7 and 8. Like I said, usually on the LS, the back 2 cylinders run hotter. So I usually label, you know, 2 larger injectors for everybody. So it keeps those cylinders a little bit cooler. I feel like it's just kind of an added bonus, so you don't really have to tune around. You know, like usually when I tune an LS motor, I try to run the number 7 or 8 cylinders richer than the rest of them, just because I have melted 2 pistons on number 7 now in my experience with these LS motors. So trying to just kind of keep the failures down and alleviate it with the injector, and just kind of sell a bigger injector with the set of 8. And for the regular flex fuel style injectors or regular normal style truck injectors, if you buy those for your 4-cylinder, for your Honda or whatever, those ones I usually just match even and give an even set for those guys. And I'm also including O-rings now for your Honda, so if you have a set for a Honda that you need, I also include the top O-rings for fitting into a Honda rail or a DSM rail. I actually had a guy just buy a set of flex style injectors from me, and he put them in his DSM, so, and he said they work out great. So I love hearing that kind of stuff. If you guys are using the injectors or whatever, I always love hearing the success stories and you know, people making horsepower with a factory injector out of the junkyard. And that's all these really are. They're nothing too special, but they work great. I flow them before I sell them, you know, etc. So nothing to really be worried about with them. I feel like they work extremely well. I've never had any issues with them thus far. And hopefully we'll be getting the Bosch 210s soon. Still waiting on, you know, doing some testing and stuff on the Bosch 210s to run in a 4-cylinder. But that'll be a great budget injector for you guys as well. I also had some people reach out to me and ask if they could donate to the cause to help me buy a dyno. And they said, oh, you should set up a GoFundMe page and whatever to help buy the dyno. And I personally don't think that would sit right with me if I had a GoFundMe. I mean, if you guys really want to donate to the cause, I'm not going to deny, you know, help from people. If you guys want to donate, I'll leave my PayPal in the description of this video, and you guys can donate to my PayPal account if you want, and that will go towards the dyno fund. It's going to be tough, guys. It's hard to live your life and then save up $10,000, but you know, I'm trying my hardest here, and I'm gonna try to just work and make some money working on customer cars and whatever, so we can get the dyno and can start tuning on a dyno, because that would be amazing. It's been a dream of mine for like 6 years. Ever since I turned 18, I wanted to get a dyno, and it hasn't been feasible for me. So just slowly working towards it is all I can do. All right, guys, so now we are at T-Bag's house, Mr. T-Bag's Customs himself, and this is his car. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing, but it's been kind of on the back burner for him for a little while. But he did his bay, he painted it purple, and I got his motor mounts installed, it looks like. Did you do anything else, T-Bag? You did a brake line tuck and shit on this thing? Hang on, let me get a flashlight so people can see here. There we go. Look at that. Alright, so he did the ghetto brake line tuck just like I did, where you kind of bend the lines down and zip tie it to the you know, cross member thing there. And yeah, there's his harness.
Not much else done.
No. This thing just needs a motor. Yeah. So his motor is over here. Man, dog, look at that. Clean. That boy clean right here. You know what I mean? No rust on the rear.
Yeah, you know, that was half my struggle in life, was replacing those quarters. But.
Sure. Well, we got to torque his head down because he doesn't have a torque wrench that's like accurate. So brought my torque wrench over, and we're just going to give his head a torque. And then once that's done, we can put the timing belt on.
We got the cams on and all that.
Yeah, we can torque the head, put the cams on, do all that kind of stuff. So we'll pick up once we torque the head, I guess. All right, so we were working on T-Bag's motor, and of course we had to pull the head back off. If you guys don't know about this setup, it is a old school SRP piston with eagle rods and King bearings, Felpro head gasket, no dowel pins because YOLO. Well, he ordered the freaking conversion dowel pins or whatever, and none of them seem to fit. I feel like you got to buy like specific ones for specific motors, and the ones that he got didn't fit, so he's either going to use factory ones and drill out the head like I did on mine, or just send it without them, because my CRX I didn't run dowels and it was fine, and I feel like it'll be alright for a little while. He just wants to get it running.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. If it runs and drives for a month, I'll pull the head again and do it over, but I want it in the car.
Yeah. So he had to get an SI post mount to put this motor into the EK chassis. He's got his LS Vtec conversion sandwich plate right here with the line that goes up to the head. And I was going to tighten the head down, and I asked him, I said, T-Bag, did you plug the bottom of the head? And he said, what are you talking about? And sure shit, we pulled the head off here. And this head does not have the plug that's supposed to go right here. You're supposed to plug this port right here, because normally on a GSR or B16, this is where the oil feeds from the block into the cylinder head to feed the VTEC, but instead of it feeding through here, it's going to feed through the external oil line now. So yeah, we got to go get a tap, plug that, put this little Allen key in there to plug that off, and then after that we can torque the head down finally. But this head's really nice. He got a brand new valves in it. He did factory springs and retainers, or he did factory valve springs, like factory dual springs. So if you take, I think it's the intake side, on a VTEC head has dual springs factory, and you take intakes from, you know, two heads, so you have dual springs all around. And then he got SuperTech steel retainers, so hopefully it'll hold together. This is kind of a budget setup as well, but yeah, so we're gonna go tap this fucking cylinder head. We're good. Alright, we got the plug installed into the head here. Put some good old Napa RTV on that sumbitch. There we go. So now we can throw the head on, and should all be good to go. That would have sucked. You went to head VTEC, T-Bag.
Yeah, I mean, told you I needed you.
Wow, that slid right onto the dowel pins.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh yeah, she seated on there pretty good.
Fucking mint, look at that.
So we got T-Bag's motor pretty much all assembled here. Didn't really film a lot of it because we had to run and go get a tap for the cylinder head to tap it, and then we got that all tapped. Then we set the head on, torqued it down to 1,058.4 foot-pounds.
He's not joking.
4 Ugga-Duggas and 1,058.4. So the head's all torqued. Got the cams in, all the caps are on. I've went over a lot of this stuff, so I feel like I don't want to be repetitive, but I'm just keeping you guys updated on projects that we are doing. Yeah, look at these cam gears. They're all painted. You can't even see the fucking marks on it.
Sorry. But they were plastic dip before. I took the plastic dip off.
Oh.
I don't know whoever the hell did that, but...
So anyways, we had to find out where the marks were, and we lined them up, and lined up the crank gear with the oil pump, and got the timing set. Now it is tricky on a B series to time them sometimes, because you have to actually set one of the cams higher than the other to get the belt set on, and then once you tighten the belt and lose all the tension, it'll line up. But if you line them all up together and then slide the belt on and then spin it over, you're going to be one tooth off usually. So that's just a quick tip for you guys, is you want to set one of the cam gears higher than the other to kind of get the cams to all line up once everything is tightened down. But I got the crank pulley impacted on. The alternator belt is on. Everything's tight there. What do y'all got to get for this thing yet, T-Big?
Well, if I'm gonna...
He needs a turbo yet.
Yeah, so...
We might run it all motor for now, just to kind of get it in the car and running.
Make sure it actually runs.
Right. But you need a dizzy yet, too. Yeah. Ooh, that's going to sound real nice on camera. Oof. Sorry about that.
Like chalk on... Nails on chalkboard.
Right.
No, yeah, distributor and, B16 coolant hose. I mean, that's like piddly shit, but then odds and ends, map sensor. Oh no, I run the stock map sensor.
Dude, we got all that shit laying around at Hunter Tune, bro. Hunter Tune's got that.
That valve cover gasket that you owe me.
Yeah, Hunter Tune's got one of them too.
O'Reilly's has one.
Hunter's attic has a bunch of used ones.
Nah, dude, I need brand new. That's what I gave you.
I know. I owe you. Look how close this fucking valve cover is to the belt though, guys. That is crazy, bro. Crazy.
YOLO.
Send it. Send it right to the fucking moon, dude. 9,800.
No,
it's a little
$8
too high.
grand.
$8 grand. He also got a clutch from me that we got to put on this thing before we stuff the transmission back on. I had a used ACT clutch laying around. Kurt Miller gave me a bunch of shit, and there was an ACT clutch in there, so I said, T-Bag, throw it on your motor, see if it works. So he's going to try out that ACT clutch that's sitting over there. Had a linkage from Kurt Miller, starter from Kurt Miller, a bunch of shit from Kurt. Kurt's been hooking it up. Kurt's got to hook me up with the dyno next. So yeah. Anyways, Kurt Miller down in Madison, he tunes Hondas, or he did tune Hondas. I think he still does too, but he's going to be selling me his old dyno if I can come up with the money. So fingers crossed we can make some money, make all this happen. And yeah. But anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. I think I'm going to kick it off here. Just kind of wanted to update you guys on T-Bag's car and T-Bag's motor and update you on some of the injector stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. I don't fucking know how to end this video. Subscribe, like, comment. T-Bag's Customs on Facebook. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Peace.
See ya.